Hi, this is Steve Scott, the Houston Business Coach, and thank you for joining me. Are your comparisons helping you or hurting you? One morning, my son Harlan was in 8th grade, and we lived right where he could normally walk to school, but he was running late. And so we got in the car, and as we were driving down the street, and of course my mind really wasn't locked in at this hour to anything, he goes, "Dad," he says, "doesn't it bother you that some people have nicer cars than you?" And it was kind of like, whoa, what a question, especially, at 7:30 in the morning. And it was so interesting what my answer was. I said, "Harlan, when I was younger, it used to, but it doesn't bother me anymore because most of us use comparison to look at those people who have more than us." And I said, I have been around people who are very successful, and yet they're unhappy because they're always able to find somebody that somehow has it a little bit better. So I said, comparison with others is absolutely deadly. What you want to do is you want to compare with yourself where you think you ought to be in comparison to where you are right now. And then you can make some adjustments, and sometimes where you think you ought to be maybe is not right. But the main thing is to make that internal comparison. Because I said, I just watch so many people become unhappy because somebody has a nicer house, a nicer car. They got better this, better that. You're always going to find somebody who's got it better. So stop making those comparisons. Start making the comparisons with yourself, where you want to be and where you want to go. Here's what's interesting about that story. That happened almost probably 15, 16, 17 years ago. But it came up last summer. My son remembered that. It was very, very interesting. So when you make comparisons, yes, it's always good to look at other people who are doing well. But don't take on the identity that you have failed because somehow you haven't attained what they did. You might be very surprised to find out that actually you're doing a lot better than they are in certain areas. But that's not the point. Just look at what you want. What do you want your life to be? What do you want your business to be like? Go for that. And the only comparison you make is what's on the inside and how it's manifesting itself on the outside. This is Steve Scott, the Houston Business Coach, and thank you for joining me.